Good morning, everybody. Hello and welcome to the FSC UK webinar on using the FSC label generator. I hope you're all well. So the aim of this webinar today is to show you how to generate and download the FSC on product label from the trademark portal. Using the FSC label on your products helps consumers to make informed decisions about the products and the materials that they purchase. So before we move on, I'm just going to turn off the webcam. So recent research by FSC certificate holder Essity looked at how consumer perceptions on sustainability have changed since the COVID-19 lockdown. Their research has shown that consumers have the desire to make more environmentally conscious choices and that there is consumer demand for brands to be more transparent about their sustainability commitments. Now, 42% of respondents agree that they seek out products accredited by sustainability groups, and 58% sometimes take the environmental impact of their purchases into consideration when buying items. However, the survey results also highlight the fact that consumers need greater clarity on which products are sustainable. Now, according to the 2018 FSC Global Market Survey, 2/3 of FSC certificate holders agree that the label adds value to their products. Now, FSC UK carried out an online survey earlier on this year in March, and we found that 67% recognised the FSC logo or recall seeing it. 79% of UK consumers say it's important for the products they buy to be responsibly sourced. 82% of UK consumers would prefer to buy a product that has the FSC label on it as opposed to one without, and 75% of UK consumers say it's important for product packaging to be responsibly sourced. Now, hopefully you'll all be familiar with this. This is the FSC trademark standard. So all FSC certificate holders must comply with the FSC trademark standard 50001 version 2. All the FSC standards can be downloaded from the international website, from FSC's international website if you require them. Now, this standard outlines the trademark use requirements for certificate holders, and it covers labelling and the promotion of products with FSC trademarks, as well as the promotion of an organisation's status as an FSC certificate holder. This standard details the fundamental requirements, the restrictions, and the promotional elements for using the trademarks, and it also details the graphic requirements for labelling and promotion. So that includes things like size and colour, the format and placement requirements for using the labels. Only an FSC certificate holder can apply the FSC label to FSC certified products. A trademark use by FSC certificate holders is approved either by the organisation certification body or by an internal trademark management use system approved by the certification body. Within this standard 50001, it's worth mentioning that clause 3.4 states that only the FSC label artwork provided by the trademark portal or otherwise issued and approved by the certification body or FSC shall be used. Now, before we log into the trademark portal, just a reminder that although FSC UK does not approve the use of the trademarks by certificate holders, we do monitor misuse of them, and from time to time we're asked for guidance. Now, in this work, we encounter instances where certificate holders have gone to great effort to construct or amend incorrect uses, whereas if they had used the label generator from the outset, there would be no problem. So I would urge you to use this tool to save yourself time and to minimise risk of misuse of the FSC trademarks. Now, the label generator is accessible to all certificate holders, and it's been developed with the intention to make using the FSC labels as straightforward as possible. So we'll log into the portal now and I'll show you how to use it. So it can be accessed by logging into trademarkportal.fsc.org. So just to start by saying, so this is the landing page. If you know the username associated with the trademark portal login, but you don't know your password, you can simply click here, request new password. That's if you know the username. So the username is usually the email address of the person responsible for chain of custody within your organisation. If, however, you don't know the username, you'll need to contact your certification body to get the login credentials, as they're responsible for enabling access to the trademark portal, not FSC UK. So once you've entered your username and your password, you can click on Login. So after you've logged in, you'll be brought to this page. You'll see a number of menus on the left-hand side here. We're going to focus primarily on the on-product label generator. And we'll have a look a little later on at the promotional panel generator and certificate status watch. It's worth mentioning at this stage that FSC International have developed free online training for certificate holders for using the FSC trademark. So if you click here, you'll be taken to FSC International's website where you can download the access instructions. So we'll start by having a look at the on-product label generator. So on this configuration page, you'll see that the license code of your organisation has already been entered, so you don't need to do anything with that. First drop-down box here is the label type. So you can see here that you've got a choice of 100% or mix, recycled, and the small producer 100% and mix there. So we're going to start with 100%, and then the next drop-down box is the product box. So we'll choose wood here. It's worth mentioning at this stage that clause 3.6 in the trademark standard does require that the product type is specified unless all the materials of the product and its packaging or content are FSC certified. So certified material may be specified either by using the product type within the label or by additional text next to it. And clause 3.6 goes on to say that the product type shall always be specified, A, on printed publications and on stationery made of paper, and B, on products containing neutral materials that cannot be distinguished from FSC certified ingredients. For example, wood fibre used with uncertified neutral materials such as cotton fibre in paper specified as wood instead of paper. So then what we can do is we can either select portrait or landscape for the orientation of the label, and then the language. So here you can select, I think there's over 60 languages now. And the label can hold up to 4 languages for the portrait label and up to 3 languages for the landscape label. So if you wanted to insert more than one language on your label, at the moment it just is English, you would tick the multilingual label box here and then find the language that you want to add and click on add. So that would add French to our label. I'm going to remove that for now and just stick with English. And now you'll notice here that there is a tool which says click here to use the tool, which automatically pre-selects the appropriate trademark symbol based on the chosen country and countries. So at the moment you'll see that the trademark symbol for the UK here is R. If we were to choose another country, let's, for example, so we click on that and we'll select Brazil just randomly. If you click on this again, that will remove those boxes, and you'll see that the trademark symbol logo has changed now to TM. So I'm going to change that back to R for this purpose. So we've got 100% wood, and make sure that says English. And we've got a portrait label, and we'll choose green for this one. So clicking on the preview button will take us to a preview of what the label will look like. So at this point, if you wanted to omit some of the optional label elements, for example, you can remove the FSC website address because that's not a compulsory element. You can remove the label text as well. But what you'll see is that you can't remove any of the compulsory elements, so the logo, the title, the product type, or the license code. Let's put those back on. And then finally, you can look at the file format here, and these are the options of the different kinds of downloads that you can select. So let's select a JPEG, and then we click on download. And then you'll see here that that has downloaded for you there. So what we'll do now is we'll go back to the label generator and we'll do a few more examples. Firstly, it's just worth mentioning here the for placement only box. So if you have got customers who want a for placement only label to help them with their artwork design, you can download a for placement only label. So we tick that box and you click on preview, and then that has the FPO initials on it, which explain that it's for placement only, and it has the correct proportions. So for the second example, we'll choose the mix label, and let's look at packaging. Now, you can add the percentage here of recycled content, and you can put that with the Mobius loop. So we'll put 50% mixed packaging, and we'll go for, let's have English, and we'll go for a white and green option here. So there you go. You can now see that we've got the FSC mix label, we've got the Mobius loop in the corner. If at this stage that we decide we don't want that, we can untick that. And once again, download your label here. Okay, so let's do one more. We'll do a recycled label on this one. Let's do recycled paper. And let's spice it up a bit and put a French, tick multilingual and French. And then let's do that with black and white. And then we click on that, and then we've got the FSC recycled label in French. One other thing I wanted to mention here was that if you wanted to use any of the Forest for All Forever brand marks in addition to the FSC label, if you click here, this will take you through to the FSC International website, and then you can have a browse through there, and you just log in using your trademark portal login details, and this will show you how you can use the Forest for All Forever brand marks. It shows you inspiring ideas about things that other people have done. So let's go back now. So now we'll just have a quick look at the promotional panel generator. So as the name suggests, this is used to promote your organisation's status as an FSC certificate holder and your FSC certified products. So this is used off products. It's for off product use only, for example, on your website. And you go through the same process here to download. So once again, your license code is already put in. Let's go for a landscape, and we'll go for white on black. And we can preview that there. So there's the promotional panel, which you can just once again download. So finally, we'll have a look at Certificate Status Watch. So this is a really useful tool that people often don't know about. And what we'll do here, if you enter the license code of any certificate holder here, I have to do it in full. We'll use this one and click on Add. So we've added NV Audits Limited to our watch list. And as the name suggests, this means that if there's any change in status to this certified organisation's certificate, after a 14-day grace period, you would receive notification that their certificate status had changed, for example, if it was suspended or terminated. So it's a really useful tool, and you can go on to add up to 1,000 records per user here. You can export the information as a CSV if required. So that's the end of this brief demonstration on the trademark portal. Thank you very much for joining us today. I hope you found it informative. And as I say, if you've got any questions or need any clarification on using the trademark portal, please do come back to us. We very much appreciate your support of FSC and your use of the FSC trademark. So thank you very much indeed.